ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا واشهد ان لا اله الا الله واشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله ان اصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الامور محدثاتها وكل محدثه بدعه وكل بدعه ضلاله وكل ضلاله في النار. يا ايها الذين امنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن الا وانتم مسلمون. يا ايها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحده وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والارحام ان الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا ايها الذين امنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم اعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. Dear brothers and sisters, this worldly life is not easy. It is definitely not a walk in the park. And if it were, then the most worthy person of having it easy would have been the Messenger of Allah, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the best man who ever walked this earth. And as we all know, his life wasn't easy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي كَبَدٍ. We certainly created humankind in constant struggle. Anything that is worth getting needs an effort, needs some struggle. A high school degree is worth getting. Getting it is a struggle. A college degree is worth getting. Getting it is a struggle. A good job is worth getting. Getting it is a struggle. Keeping it is a struggle. But what is the most worthy thing of getting? It is most certainly the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and being admitted into paradise. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us of those people. And that is worth an effort. And that is worth struggle. So if everything is a struggle for the things that we want in this worldly life and the things that we want in the hereafter, struggle upon struggle, it feels like it is as if we need a miracle to get through all of these struggles and to get through this life. And that is exactly what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the miracle of the Quran. Inshallah, in this khutbah, I'd like to talk about how we can better integrate the Quran into our daily lives. So I will touch on 3 points. Point number 1, we need to improve our appreciation of the Quran. Point number 2, we need to better understand the benefits of the Quran. And point number 3, we need to take practical steps towards integrating the Quran into our daily lives. Inshallah, I will touch on each of these points in detail. Point number 1, we need to improve our appreciation of the Quran. The Quran is the biggest miracle that humankind has ever seen and ever will see. It is bigger than the miracle of the parting of the sea and bigger than the miracle of resurrecting the dead. Why is that? Because for the miracle of the parting of the sea, you had to live at the time of Prophet Musa alayhi salam. Not only that, you had to be in the same geographical area of Prophet Musa alayhi salam to witness that miracle. Same with the miracle of the resurrecting the dead, the miracle of Prophet Isa alayhi salam. You have to have lived at the same time and also the same geographical location. And same for all of the other miracles of all of the other messengers. But Quran is different. Quran is a miracle for all humankind to see, from the time it was sent down until the end of times. Quran is a mega miracle, or it is a collection of miracles. Whether it is in its composition, or meaning, or precision, or foretelling, or memorization, or preservation, or scientific knowledge, or historical accuracy, or mesmerizing beauty, or effects. It is a miracle in all aspects, for all humankind to see. You know, a miracle by definition is something that humankind cannot come up with on their own. A miracle needs divine intervention. And that is exactly what Quran is. No one can come up with anything that is even remotely close to the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قُلْ إِنْ اجْتَمَعَ الْإِنسُ وَالْجِنُّ عَلَى أَنْ يَأْتُوا بِمِثْلِ هَذَا الْقُرْآنِ لَا يَأْتُونَ بِمِثْلِهِ وَلَوْ كَانَ بَعْضُهُمْ بِبَعْضٍ ظَهِيرًا. Say, meaning Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that if all humankind and all jinn were to come together and support each other to come up with something that is equivalent to the Quran, they will not be able to come up with anything that is equal to it, no matter how they supported each other. So bring all of the geniuses of the world, and all of the natural intelligence, and all of the artificial intelligence, and none of that will be able to come up with anything that is even remotely close to the Quran. It has not happened, it is not happening, it will never happen. Quran is the eternal miracle that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us. And the last thing that we want is to be like the people who turned away from their messengers and the miracles that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed. Because these people were punished, and we seek refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Listen to this verse from Surah Al-Ankabut. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَكُلًّا أَخَذْنَا بِذَنبِهِ. So we seized each people with their sins. فَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ أَرْسَلْنَا عَلَيْهِ حَاصِبًا. Some of them we destroyed by sending to them a storm of stones. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ أَخَذَتْهُ الصَّيْحَةُ. And some of them were destroyed by a mighty blast. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ خَسَفْنَا بِهِ الْأَرْضَ. And some of them we caused earth to swallow. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ أَغْرَقْنَا. And some of them we drowned. وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ لِيَظْلِمَهُمْ وَلَكِنْ كَانُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ يَظْلِمُونَ. And Allah was never to wrong them, but rather they are the ones who wrong themselves. So if we just ponder for a moment here, these were some of the punishments of the people who turned away from their messengers and the miracles that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent to them. What do you think will be the punishment of the people who turn away from the greatest messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the greatest miracle that was ever sent to humankind and jinn, and that is Quran? We see preference with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from reading of this. Point number 2. We need to better understand the benefits of the Quran. You know, a soul that is not connected to the Quran is a soul that is not alive. It is a soul that is dead. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا اسْتَجِيبُوا لِلَّهِ وَلِلرَّسُولِ إِذَا دَعَاكُمْ لِمَا يُحْيِيكُمْ وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ يَحُولُ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ وَقَلْبِهِ وَأَنَّهُ إِلَيْهِ تُحْشَرُونَ. O you who believe, respond to Allah and His Messenger, and the Messenger, when He calls you to that which gives life to you. And the tafsir, that is the Quran. And know that Allah stands between a person and their heart, and that to Him you shall return. So the difference between a soul that is connected to the Quran and a soul that is not is just like the difference between someone who is living and someone who is not, someone who is dead. If you want to be on the best path, if you want to be on the most upright path, if you want to make the best decisions, the Quran is your guide. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إن هذا القرآن يهدي للذي هي أقوم ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا كبيرا. This Quran certainly guides to that which is most upright and gives the glad tidings to the believers that they shall have a great reward. The believers who do righteous deeds, that they shall have a great reward. You know, in all of the constant struggles and all of the changes in life and all of the curveballs that life throws at us, we need something that is constant. We need a real support system. And Quran is that and much more. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَتَطْمَئِنُّ قُلُوبُهُم بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبُ. Those who believe and their hearts become tranquil with the remembrance of Allah. Indeed, it is with the remembrance of Allah that hearts become comfortable. You know, here's an aspect of the miracle of the Quran that we can all experience. And I'm sure we've all experienced it already, but if anyone hasn't, then do it and prepare to be amazed. If you're feeling down or depressed, do this. Make wudu and then head to the Quran. And remember that this is the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when you're reciting the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to you. Not talking to your neighbor. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to you directly. And immerse yourself with the verses. Be in the sea. And do that. Recite whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enables you to recite. And then observe what happens to you. You will feel that the restriction that was in your chest has been lifted. It is truly amazing. Quran is also a healing and mercy for the believers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَلَا يَزِيدُ الظَّالِمِينَ إِلَّا خَسَارًا. And we send down the Quran as a healing and mercy for the believers. But it does not increase the wrongdoers except the loss. I can go on and on about the benefits of the Quran, but I think it is very clear that the Quran has many benefits. It is life for our souls. It is guidance. It guides us to that which is most upright. It is comfort for our hearts. It is healing for us, and it is mercy for us. أقول ما سمعتم أستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم ولعامة المسلمين. I have said what I have heard. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive me and you and the rest of us. This brings us to the third point, and that is we need to take practical steps to make the Quran an integral part of our daily lives. And it starts with a decision, and it's really as simple as that. Is Quran important enough for us? Do we really appreciate the miracle of the Quran? Do we really understand the benefits of the Quran? If the answer is yes, then Quran must be an integral part of our daily lives. Out of the 24 hours in the day, we should be able to dedicate at least 1 hour. 1 out of 24, that is less than 5%. If you can dedicate less than 5% of your time to something that is really important, then you really don't understand. You either don't understand or don't believe that it is important. It's less than 5%. And I think we all understand and believe the importance of it. We also have a daily will, or a portion that we recite of the Quran. The Messenger of Allah was asked about that. The companion Abdullah ibn Amr asked him about the frequency through which he needed to go through the Quran. So the Messenger of Allah answered him by saying, once every 40 days. And then he said 30 days. And then he said 20 days. And then he said 15 days. And then he said 10 days. And then he said 7 days. The Messenger of Allah was not changing his mind. He was giving us a range. The Messenger of Allah gave us a range. A minimum of 40 days and a maximum of once every 7 days. Pick what suits you best, but always err on the side of being a little conservative, and pick something that is more sustainable. Pick something that you can do every day. And start small, and then you can always increase. But just make sure the Quran is part of your daily schedule, because you'll understand the importance of the Quran. And you believe that it is the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and has miraculous effects, and it is in it. And the best time to recite the Quran is when there's minimal noise and minimal motion. So during the last 1/3 of the night, and also after Fajr, so that you can concentrate. And then when you recite the Quran, recite while you are present-minded, not while you're thinking about other things. And immerse yourself in the experience. Look at meanings of words. Look at the sea of verses. And just, feel that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to you. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks you to do something, if you're able to execute that command right there and then do that. So for example, if you come across a verse like this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ وَمَلَائِكَتَهُ يُصَلُّونَ عَلَى النَّبِيِّ. Indeed, Allah showers the prophets with his blessings, and his angels pray for him. يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, O you who believe. Now this is a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is calling the believers. It is a call for the believers. يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا صَلُّوا عَلَيْهِ وَسَلِّمُوا تَسْلِيمًا. اللهم صل وسلم على عبدك ونبيك. O you who believe, invoke Allah's blessing upon him, upon the Prophet, and salute him with greetings of peace. It's a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to you. So execute it right there and then. When you come across a verse that talks about the people of heaven, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make you all those people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُدْخِلُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ جَنَّاتٍ تَجْرِي تَحْتَهَا الْأَنْهَارُ. Certainly, Allah admits those who believe and do righteous deeds, gardens beneath which rivers flow. يُحَلَّوْنَ فِيهَا مِنْ أَسَاوِرَ مِنْ ذَهَبٍ وَلُؤْلُؤٍ وَلِبَاسُهُمْ فِيهَا حَرِيرٌ. They shall be adorned with bracelets of gold and pearls, and their clothing will be of silk. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make you of those people. When you come across a verse that talks about the people of hellfire, seek refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from hellfire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, كُلَّمَا أَرَادُوا أَن يَخْرُجُوا مِنْهَا مِنْ غَمٍّ أُعِيدُوا فِيهَا وَذُوقُوا عَذَابَ الْحَرِيقِ. Every time they want to get out of it, this is a disbeliever, they want to get out of hellfire, out of anguish, they will be returned to it and told, taste the torment of burning. Seek refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be one of those people. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us of the people who appreciate the miracle of the Quran. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us of the people who understand the benefits of the Quran. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us of the people who integrate the Quran into their daily lives. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. اللهم انصر عبادك المظلومين في كل أرض يذكر فيها اسمك الكريم. اللهم انصر إخواننا في غزة وفي فلسطين. اللهم أثبت عليهم الصبر وثبت أقدامهم وانصرهم على القوم الكافرين. اللهم عليك بالصهاينة المعتدين. اللهم إنهم قد طغوا في البلاد فأكثروا فيها الفساد فصب عليهم سوط عذاب إنك يا ربنا لبالمرصاد. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا